Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Hex Token Channel. Your host, Superman, and we're going to have a bit of fun today. We're going to have a look around some of the updates that are around the marketplace in terms of Pulsechain. It's going to be fun, and of course, Richard Hart's got a Pulsechain and PulseX update around the sacrifices, particularly if you're one of the people that accidentally made a mistake and sent from exchanges and stuff like that to the wrong addresses. So we're going to check that out. Let's stay tuned. We're also going to talk about the Hex price at the moment. Obviously, our chart here has got a trend reversal signal, so we're going to talk about that and how that might play out or not play out, as the case may be. Typically, they do play out, so we will have a look at that too. Get into the chat, folks. We're going to have a look at a lot of stuff, so it's going to be a bit of fun. And then we're going to get into Hex daily stats later on in the day, in about probably about 40 minutes time, something like that. Let's see who's in the chat there. We've got obviously a big welcome from Hex Token. And of course, Timmy, the outdoor barber in house. Yo. Good to see you, Timmy. Vani's in there. To Adamoon. That's right. You've got to have that sort of staying power, don't you? We're all waiting for Pulsechain patiently. When Pulsechain. Some people are talking about the end of the year. Some people are talking about next year. I mean, there's all sorts of times, all sorts of theories coming up as well. What catalyst may make it happen. Obviously, Richard's been, I think, fairly upfront with the fact that there's go rewrite, that obviously testing follows that, and there's always a lot of testing. And then, of course, the bearish market's in play. He's made signals around that. So I think we've got a few ideas what's going on there, and we'll just have to wait patiently for when it goes live. Obviously, ETH 2.0 coming up. I'm not sure if the ETH 2.0 is so much of a consideration, given the fact that Richard's already said that it's not going to give much of a difference to speed is the expectation, so that wouldn't really be a driver to front run ETH potentially. So we'll see how we live that one. All right, we got Aaron in the house there. Oi, good to see you, Aaron, and Sandy Beach as well. The Sandy Beach, love that. What's it? It's here in New Zealand at the moment. We have got 11:30 a.m. here, Wednesday the 29th of June. So in the future, bring you the news, crypto news around Pulsechain, etc. And of course, outside it's kind of overcast, coldish sort of day outside, so not the greatest. It is winter here, so just the way it is. It's not sunny, shiny. I guess it's nice in summer in the northern hemisphere, hopefully. Sandy Beach says, hello, Hex Token, everybody. Good to see you. 7:32 p.m. Eastern time there for Sandy Beach. So never eat soggy wheat bix. So on the east coast there, the United States. Good one, Sandy. That's a beautiful place to live. I think there's some, not as I said last time, was it Message in a Bottle? That was the movie I was thinking about. There's a up there somewhere. I think that's, what about is that North Carolina or just above that? Somewhere over that way on the east coast there. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's get into the Hex price here before we get into the rest of the news. So we've got Hex currently at 3.74 cents. Definitely lower. We had a poll yesterday, which is 24 hours, so we're going to have to see how that plays out in the second live stream. We're getting pretty close, though. I mean, 5 hours to go or so for that. And, of course, we had 60% of people think it would go ahead towards down 3 cents. Well, it definitely went back over 4 cents slightly overnight. Went up to 4.1 cents. And then, of course, then it came back down again. So down to 3.741 at the moment. The low so far today has been 0.357, so just under 3.6 cents has been the low. Not quite 3 cents, not quite over into the 4 cent range in terms of stock holding. Pretty similar to yesterday's price, to be honest. I think we were at about 3.8, and we're currently at 3.7 at the moment, so almost no change. Now, I think no change was actually small. I think we're about, was it 12% or something like that? Said no change, so it looks like they were on the money at this stage. Now, in terms of the trend reversal there is that yellow line. That's the 13-day EMA's exponential moving average there, crossing over the 50% Bollinger Band, which is the 50% of the price range. As the Bollinger Band gets smaller, see the top blue and the bottom blue. Top blue is the top 95% of prices, the bottom blue is the bottom 5%. And as that gets smaller and smaller, it means there's less volatility. Typically also indicates there's going to be some breakout to one direction or the other. Obviously, it's still fairly wide there at the moment, but it's definitely getting a narrow there between the top of the band, 5.27 cents, the bottom at 2.6. So it's definitely narrowing, as you can see. It was pretty wide up here. Look at this. It was pretty massively wide up here. So 21 cents to 8 to 9 cents there. was a gap there. So massive. It's definitely getting narrow there. Decision's going to be made in the market from the looks of it at some stage. And of course, here we've got this trend reversal in play. It's still in play, so no change to that, and that's what it's signaling. Now, what we have got is 3 red candles, opposed to saying we have a 1 or 2. We've got 3 red candles here at the moment, and in terms of the daily. So at the moment, we've still, yesterday, we had a difference between of 4.3 cents and 4 cents, so 0.3 of a penny difference there between the 13-day EMA and the 50% moving average there in prices. And of course, today we've got that's pretty similar. We've got 4.24 versus 3.95, and so the 50% moving average there has moved below 4 cents. Obviously dragged down with the prices there. So it's still in play at the moment. So what would we reasonably expect is kind of, we would, for this to hold in place and to not go back down under, which is fairly rare on this chart, we would need some green candles tomorrow, next day, to probably to carry this away. And that's what typically we do see. Back at this one here, we saw just 1 red candle. So we've got 3 here, which is a lot more severe. But we did see it carry away as well. Back here, we had 2 red candles, not 3, but 2 red candles, and a weak 3rd day there. But then away we went as well. So we'll see how we get on there. And so forth. So even back here, further back here, we also had a couple of red days, but then sort of zigzagged here underneath, and then away we went. Pretty severe verticals there, but this is on an uptrend. So vertical trends there. And I'm just going to look at this one here. This one was a little bit messy around here. It was pretty much rolling together, but on the uptrend there. So still trend reversal still in play at this stage. That may get closed out tomorrow if we have another red day. But at this stage, it's still open. And of course, we have seen these red days, even when the trend reversal signal has come up there. We've got a tightening Bollinger Band as well. So we'll stay tuned on that. So look at the a DMI, and DMI there, it's got the buyer, the sellers obviously got in control there with the price action there. Sellers cross back down, buyers cross back down there. So maybe we'll see a fight here, or maybe we'll just see the buyers come back in. And that's when we will see those green candles. Nothing's inevitable, of course. There we got the RSI moving down recently strongly down to 37 as well. It was up at 48 there. So that's obviously sellers in control there. And of course, there's down here in this area, it's kind of where it gets oversold. So we'll keep watching that. So pretty critical junction here as well. Otherwise, it would look pretty bearish. Now, one thing I would say is that because it's a 13-day EMA on the yellow, it takes up all the 13 days. So, but it weights the price to the current day. So it's coming all the way back to here. And obviously, we had lower prices down here. So it still gives us some cause of optimism in terms of this still playing out. So we've still got the higher low in place. So we'll see what happens there. And that's pretty much that on the Hex price. We're going to jump over to the whale bot and see what's been happening with the big accounts. We've had quite a few big accounts like selling a few millions there. Hence, we've been getting these red candles, which has been pretty interesting, to be honest. And we've had lots of liquidity added and moved around. So we're going to jump through all of that. Obviously, that impacts the liquidity pool and implicitly prices as well. But this is the one that we had here 11 hours ago. So it was a 4.7 million. That was 191,000 sold. Remember, the pool's got smaller, so it has a bigger impact there. Your friend Somi's got an update here. 7 million liquid Hex remaining, $293,000. No stakes for this one. She has $320,000 in dry powder. Checking the wallet history, she had 20 million Hex in the wallet 25 days ago. Apparently sold $525,000 using MetaMask of all things. Getting charged $10,000 fee just to use MetaMask for the swap. So that is that account at the moment. So nice update there from your friend Sony. So there's some of another sales. Remember yesterday we had 37 million of Hex sold as well amongst several accounts. Other than that, I think that's where we're at here. A lot of liquidity added and removed all over the place there. And that's pretty much where we're up to at this stage, with the day about to roll over as well. Don't forget, we've got big stakes coming out. I think it's the 2nd and the 3rd of July. So they're still coming. And let's actually pull that up while we're here. Let's pull up the Hex charts. I'm going to pull that in here and have a look at that. Got a few other people in the house there. Maine, says Sandy Beach. Maine, North Carolina. Nice Sandy Beach. That's pretty nice. Dan Smith says, Shimon, lovely people. Hey, good to see you, Dan. Fat Sammy's in the house there. Hi, family. And CJ winning every day. I like that, CJ. That's the truth. And 5 likes to 20. A like, pump this like. Let's go. Yeah, definitely smash the like. Hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. Blobfish King in the house there. Richard is giving us masterclass in delayed gratification. We are being well trained. We are being well trained in proof of weight or masterclass in delayed gratification. That's right. I'm guessing 3 cents and then a bounce up, says CJ. Yeah, so 60% of people agreed yesterday in the poll. So we'll see if that does play out. Hex Token got a mention on the last Crypto 7 stream. Oh, that's nice. They've done it. I hope that was a good one. Big shout out. Pulsechain Trainer says, great state of Texas representing. Woohoo! Good to see Pulsechain Trainer, and a big shout out to the Texans out there. We have a few Texans watching this live stream, which is pretty nice to have. And I don't know about you, but I've just been watching the US track and field champions there. Man, got some great runners, a lot of great runners in there at the moment on the track and field. The USA has. Dave Dunner says, I think Hex should go under 3 cents early next month with the 2 large stakes coming out. Yeah, so that is a concern there, Dave Dunner. So obviously we haven't been talking about calling the bottom price. We've just been talking about a local trend reversal with the chart. So there's other things too with the price. So there is the stakes coming out, which is a big deal potentially, and there's also the delay in Pulsechain, so just the waning in momentum and attitudes and all that sort of stuff. So there's all sorts of that stuff sort of playing out. There's still a lot of the financial volatility coming up, so it wouldn't be a wise thing to call the bottom at this stage, I would say. So we're still in that bearish trend till we start getting a few of those things sort of settling down. It's still going to be a bit rough at this stage. Plus, we haven't got Bitcoin pulled down either. We're going to talk about that in a second. Maddie's in house. Hello, family. Hey, good to see you, Maddie. Woohoo! All right, let's jump over to. We're going to have a quick look at the end of the year. End of the year stakes coming out here. Yeah, so we've still got these big candles coming out here. Let me just make sure I get that. 1st of July, 2nd July here coming out. So I've still got these big ones here. Even the 4th of July has got a fairly decent one. And then we've got one on the 18th of July. So still got these. Well, these are front running ones. So there are a lot of rolling stuff in there that's just going to keep rolling short term. We see a lot of those stakes get rolled over. So a lot of these will probably get rolled anyway. But we've also got about potential people selling as well. So you just never know. All right, cool. Let's jump over to the crypto markets. BTC at $20,260. So that's down about $1,000. So 2.5% there. Probably $1,000 in the last 2 days, something like that. ETH there at 1141, down 5% there. BNB at 226, down 3%. So the market's a little red, a little bit lazy today, but BTC is still holding on to that 20K psychological level at the moment. Let's jump over to the stock market. Woohoo! All right, so stock market also had a 2% drop as well as inflation fed oil concerns weigh on traders. So I'm looking at those. Those all seem reasonable. We've got the Dow down 500 points, S&P down 78, and the Nasdaq down 343. And of course, around about 2 to 3%, depending which one you're looking at there as well. The VIX up 5%. That's the volatility index, how volatile things are getting. And then the dollar is also up there. That's a risk off indicator as well. And of course, that's about 0.5% up there on that. So look at the oil. Now oil went up yesterday. Remember, it's gone up again. So to 114 and 112 there for West Texas. Did I stutter on that one? West Texas. I'm embarrassing myself there with the Texas there. So WTI there and the Brent oil. Gold there 18.19, down a little bit there. Food continuing to ride. That's the one we've got to watch. Food, and of course whether the contagion from all this will play out into the property market, which is overheated as well, which we'll be trying to watch that. I haven't got any indicators of that up yet, but I'll try to start covering that. So the commentary here, markets dropped after a promising start to the day as risk assets suffered on Tuesday amidst signs that oil's high price is stabilizing, and that the Fed is not interested in slowing down. Well, oil high price has been rising, so I'm not quite sure about that comment. And the Fed is not interested in slowing down, and that's the big alarming thing at this stage. Then it's obviously a market update there, a sign that the concern of inflation and lagging growth predominate on Tuesday trading. One of the bullish blows to bullish hopes was cold water from the Fed in the form of pledges to continue to curb inflation. No surprises there, really. Many are worried that the Fed might be acting too aggressively and maybe tip the economy into recession. I think they're just going to do that anyway, as it probably looks of it. I am myself worried that left unbridled inflation would be a major constraint and threat to the US economy and continued expansion. So I've advocated that they need to go back more to the supply side as opposed to interest rates, because they really are boxed in. It's a very blunt instrument, incredibly blunt instrument, and has many unnecessary consequences there. So they really do need to go back to the supply side on that one. As a reminder of the potentially unbridled inflation, both crude oil and Brent oil closed up over 2% today. And this is the administration basically attacked the energy industry in favor of renewables, which is irrational. We already see that in Germany, which has had a lot of renewables. Those renewables, because of the climate there, doesn't actually work, and so they actually export their surplus solar power when they don't need it, and most of the time they have very low effective solar power production. So they're still doing mostly coal, and they're actually looking at lignite. Can you believe it? That's how desperate they are for power. So there's a lot of things happening in that place, and of course, US was actually self-sufficient in energy under the previous administration. That's all now been killed off, and of course now people are paying it for it in the pump. As you guys, if you're in the United States, it's pretty high. So pretty crazy stuff there. The commodity jumped on reports that the Gulf oil producers are near max outputs, meaning no supply side solution is poised to come to the rescue. And while consumer confidence, obviously the shell price, the shell price fields, US was had the second lowest prices above Saudi. So now that would mean that it might be creamy at the moment. Of course, lots of things happen there. And while the consumer confidence surveys have come into some question among the market participants, the conference board consumer survey missed expectations and set a 15-month low, dating back to pre-COVID vaccine rollouts in the US, a reminder of how inflation is weighing on sentiment. So they've got a couple other comments there about the stock market. And of course, they've got here cryptocurrencies joined the general risk off sentiment as well. So that's kind of a wrap up there. However, futures, let's look at the futures. Futures looking a little bit better. Dow futures ticked higher following a new sell-off. Now, we saw this yesterday with the futures higher, and then we had a sell-off anyway. So futures can turn fairly easily. So we're just taking that into account. US stock futures were slightly higher during Tuesday's evening's deals after major benchmark averages retreated during the regular session amid rising recession fears, as aggressive rate hikes and rising bond yields continue to sap risk sentiment. So that's impacting the stock markets and crypto. Crypto can decorrelate, but it's not happening at the moment. That's for sure. Data on the data front, the consumer confidence index fell to a reading of 98, falling from 103 in May and coming in below expectations of 100 amid growing fears of recession as the Fed aggressively hikes interest rates to combat surging inflation. So basically looking at possibly at a 0.75% rate rise is probably the issue there. The 10-year bond markets are still over 3% there. That's always a bit of a worry there. So up when it's over 3%. That's pretty much the stock market. We're going to get into some of the updates there from Richard Hart, so stay tuned for that. Pulsechain Trainer says Hex will go below 2 cents when the Fed raises basis points 25 cents. That's possibly could happen too if there's a lot of risk off there, Pulsechain Trainer. That's why calling the bottom yet is way too early. We've just got too many variables that are bearish coming up, so take that into account. What else there? Won't stay there for long. We know whales will buy there. Yeah. So Overwatch has talked about buying 1 or 2 cents as potentially a lot of other people will probably buy at that sort of range too. Now the question is, will it go lower than that? That's the question as well. So still not out of the woods yet, but we've been holding up at 3 or 4 cents at the moment. We've still got a higher low in place at the stage too. 2.8 cents remember was the lower, so we're still a cent above that. But like I say, we've got that negative news still to come. Still not played out yet, right? Still not played out yet. Agreed. Boldfish King says, with almost unlimited gas, coal, and uranium, we have energy crisis in Australia. Yeah. Well, Australia's also got some perverse things happening with the administration's Blobfish King. Like I say, most of the people running the West are idiots. So let me put that way at the moment. So they're all the same ideological bent, and they're all pretty crazy nut jobs. Even some of the so-called conservative ones are really liberal, more liberal ones, and their policies are crap. They've been crap for 30 years. They continue to be crap, and they lead the countries into stupidity, really, which is what you're getting. And people vote them in. People get what they deserve, in a sense. RH has been busy on Twitter, says Dave Dunn. That's true. That's true. Katie in the house there. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see Katie. Fun times. Yeah, fun times. I invested in uranium 18 months back. One of my long holds. Yeah, that was an easy call. The uranium won their fat semi, but actually take it. That was the smart thing. So well done there, fat semi. All right, we've got Richard update at the moment, PulseX and Pulsechain.com. We figured out a way to count the sacrifices from the unwise folks that did what we were not told that did. Oh boy, that did what they were not told to do. That's a bit better. And sacrifice direct from an exchange. So these people that sacrifice direct from the exchange, Richard's looking to honor them. So for some exchanges, that's just some exchanges though. So that's pretty cool. We figured out a way to count the sacrifices from unwise folks that did what they were told not to do. So very cool. He also said that they will make a tool publicly available probably next week. So probably there next week. So always add 2 weeks. So probably next week plus 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. So probably next week there is coming out there. And that's where we're at the stage. So a lot of people like that. So cool. That is an update from Richard Hart on PulseX and Pulsechain. Now, the cool thing about that, of course, is that Richard is honoring a lot of people that made mistakes, which is pretty cool. A lot of people would, with the edge cases, just ignore them. But Richard's taking the time to honor those, which is really cool. Nice. They got a lot of comments there. I like this one here. PLSX Maxi here. Breaking news: terrorists capture Richard Hart, demand Pulsechain release. That's pretty clever. What's this guy? And demand Pulsechain release there on that one. I thought that was pretty funny. Honestly, that's funny. Hopefully it doesn't get this channel banned, of course. That's funny, man. That is so funny. So there's lots of cool ones there. So yeah, I think people are generally happy with that. So nice. All right. So that is from Richard Hart. Let's see. We've got another comment there. StakeX gets let's go, Superman. Absolutely, man. Woohoo. Good to see you, StakeX in the house there. So that's Richard Hart. Let's check out Rack and Rochelle. Now, Rack and Rochelle's been really quite vocal lately. And of course, I think he's setting up. I think he's ramping up himself. Obviously, he's setting up a studio. He's been on a few Twitter spaces and making lots of posts on Twitter here about building on Pulsechain, which is really great. And of course, investment as well. But he's got here, sitting here drinking a coffee, contemplating whether I want to tweet my opinion on PLSX's possible violent price appreciation. So this is pretty bullish as well. Now, obviously, we're all still waiting for Pulsechain and PulseX. So this is all speculation, but possible violent price appreciation. And that's quite something there as well. So normally, Rackham does give price predictions for Pulse and PulseX. The last one was 10,050x for both of them for the all-time low. And that actually lifted PulseX from 8,000, remember, up to 10,050x there from the all-time low, whatever that's going to be. Now, obviously, the market's changing around a bit, so he may have, he's going to give updates every 2 months on that because of the market, bearish market conditions, and still trying to find the bottom, right, which could be, it could still be several months away, and maybe a month away, who knows. But so that's where he's at the stage. We'll let you know. And of course, I think you already know the answer. So There we are. That was his answer. Possible violent price appreciation. There was his answer to that. Someone says 100x. This is 12 hours ago. 100x in 1 year. Absolutely, says Rackham Michelle. Absolutely. So it was pretty bullish there from Rackham. So we'll give Rackham a nice one there. Someone else, Vinod here, D'Souza says, can you give out an exclusive price prediction via DM? And it goes, I give opinions, and yes, I can. So whether he actually did that or not is another question in that case. So it's pretty funny. There's a cool hat there, rich PLSX hat there. It looks pretty nice, actually. Pretty cool criminal there. So cool. Lots of comments in there too. So lots of fun. Sandy Beach says, I commented on Richard Hart tweet last, says Sandy Beach. Did you? Where does Sandy Beach on there? That's it. I'm trying to find. Maybe you did down here. So there's so many comments though, so it'd be ages looking for it. And this is a quick way of doing that. So that's Rackham Michelle and Richard Hart. Katie says, did you see the Coast Weight token free claim coming up? The Coast Weight. Any opinions on that project? No, I haven't seen that one, Katie. Let me have a look. Let me just snapshot that. Maybe I'll check that out for later. I've got a few on my list now to check out. Katie in house. I'm interested in it too, says Sandy Beach. Anyone here of Wait by Coast on Twitter offering sacrifices airdropped in 8 days? I've got a few people in the chat there. An 8 days scam, be safe. Yeah, be safe, definitely. I agree with Pete on that one. I haven't seen that at all. I can post it in the feed. Yeah, probably post it in the Discord there. I might look at it. Might look at it a bit later. There's the feed there if you want to check it out. Post that in the new token chat. Katie will be good to investigate. Yeah. That's where I haven't checked. I'd check it out. I won't check it out on the fly now, but I'll look at it in the second live stream. How about that? After that, I'll look at it. All right, cool. Let us get. I removed it. Says Katie. All good. All right, so this is another one. Power City's been pretty active too, which is pretty nice to see. You will like the Pixel Park NFT by Power City. We will prove to be the most promising NFT marketplace on Pulsechain, bringing new innovations to NFT space with Boxable, Tiny Homes exclusive deal, and building bridge from EVM to Pulsechain. That's pretty exciting, to be honest. And then they've got some cool little artwork there, so that's nice. What else they got there? Bear markets are for building. Power City is constructing a tightly knitted and intertwined ecosystem of innovative crypto services on Pulsechain. A better, faster, and cheaper blockchain. Earth-shattering innovations take time, but when you feel the tremors, get ready. So I like that. It's pretty cool. So that's a couple of updates from Power City. Maximus, of course, been posting some cool stuff over the last 24 hours. Maxi is one of the most exciting protocols in the Hex world right now. Read up, listen, learn, do your own research, and wait for more news on Base and Team. So that is a comment from somebody around the Maximus there. Then they've got Maximus 7 hours says, which do you prefer, dark mode or light mode? I took the dark mode here, but we're at 87% on that one. And then 5 hours ago, through the launch of Team, this is the new token, Maxi will get burned, instantly increasing the redemption value of all Maxi. And that's pretty bullish, actually, to be honest. So I'm going to give that a nice little heart up there. And then, of course, 18 hours breaking news. Maximus has earned 15 million Hex. The Maximus stake has crossed 1% completed. Can you believe it? Already. Is that crazy or what? So 15.2 year stake. Is that insane? 1% already completed and earned 15 million Hex. Wow. That doesn't include the Hedron. It's got a 4x multiplier on the Hedron there. Pretty cool. 5 hours ago, the Maxi ecosystem and all its gladiators in 15 years' time. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool there. If you're reading this, you're early. It says Maximus. Be undeniable. After the team mint period. So this is that sort of headline one with the 50% of the bigger pays better bonus going in there from the base and other potential tokens from the looks of it. No new team will ever be minted, and the supply will only be deflationary as well. So that's pretty bullish feature there. There's the highlights from Maximus. But wait, there's more. Internet Money. Now, I've been talking about some of the project teams, with their followers. So, Maximus got 8,500 followers. That's pretty good. And, of course, they'll keep doing their thing. They're constantly doing social media, which I love. And, of course, not only they're innovating in the GameFi, but they're constantly on their social media, which I think that's terrific. We've got to keep keep that up, build the audience over the period until Pulsechain launches and products are launched. It's really exciting. And of course, they're launching on the ETH chain too, so they're not too worried about Pulsechain timeline and get everything up and running. And of course, everyone gets a copy over on Pulsechain, so it's pretty bullish. Power City, of course, also doing a great job there. 2,500. Got more work to do in the social media, but they, as you can see, they've been starting to step it up, starting to step up their social media. So really good, big shout out to them. Keep up the good work there. Keep building the social media following. And of course, typically they have it on Twitter or Telegram, typically two places where they've got communities. So cool stuff there. Now we've got Internet Money, and so Internet Money, as you guys know, I like Internet Money a lot. They're doing great on the development side now. Where they start, for me, they sort of started behind, and now they're they're well ahead of where I thought they would be. So it's kind of cool. I like that when you get surprised to the upside. And so I've always talked about getting out there and doing social media. It's important for everybody that's in social media to just get that social media strategy out there, get more people, keep regular with updates, and get more and more people following, especially as we want to grow the ecosystem. There's over 100 projects now on Pulsechain expected, native development on Pulsechain. That's going to continue to grow. And of course, we always say there's over 100 content creators in the Pulsechain Hex ecosystem as well. Many of those are being too quiet at the moment, so they should, just do encourage them to get out there and keep spreading the word. Rain or shine, right? Doesn't matter whether it's a bear market or bull market. Just keep going is the key. Now we do see many are still doing that, but I think there's a lot that should be, and they're not. So should keep up that. But in terms of projects that are going to be development, really need to keep up the social media, get the engagement, and keep building the followers is really important. Internet Money is one of those, but Internet Money seems to be doing a lot of stuff now, so it's really, really great to see they've just sort of stepped it up, and I like to see that. Thank you to everybody who has supported and continues to support us. We couldn't be where we are without you. The Pulsechain Internet Money communities are by far the best communities in crypto. So really nice to see all the sort of social media posts starting to ramp up here on Internet Money. Thank you for our amazing community. We just hit 2,000 followers, so that's really cool on there. And then, of course, they've got other stuff up here. Internet Money is 4 hours ago. Internet Money community, we need your help. We created a branded channel for the Internet Money ecosystem, so this is really good. So getting their own YouTube channel for this ecosystem. And in order to secure a custom URL, we need 100 subscribers. Please help us get there. So this is the channel here. So this is really great to see. We know how Liquid Loans is, doing such a great job around sort of leading the way, actually. So they're at 48 members. So if you haven't subscribed to them, let's help get Internet Money to 100. And smash that out, and let's see if we can get the 100 and get a branded channel there. Hexodl says, yeah, it's an airdrop for PLSX sacrifices while waiting. Yeah, cool, Hexodl. Yeah, we'll talk about that probably in the next live stream. Yeah, we're all wary of PLSD. Also, at first, it's all good free airdrops. Yeah. Flex is in the house. Yeah, the good old Flex product. I love that. Power City Flex, that's coming up. Wait token, what's that, says Fiji here. Closing in on 5,000 subs, says Hexodl. Yeah, we're closing up there. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, we're at 4,791, so 9 away from 4,800, and then only 200 after that. They're 5,000, so it'll be a lot of fun. But in any case, let's see if we can help KG and the Internet Money team get to 100 subscribers on this new channel, which is all going to be about Internet Money. So I think that's really, really positive. I'm going to subscribe there now. You just saw me subscribe. Hit the old bell. Nice. And away we go. So let's see if we can do that 100 now. So if you've got a second, just go and click away and hit that link and subscribe, and let's see what we can do. We'll come back to that towards the end of the live stream, so if we can help Internet Money get to 100 there. Now, obviously, Internet Money is going to be the wallet on a wallet. They already have a token on the Internet Money IM token on Binance Smart Chain, and of course, they've burnt 90% of those tokens, so that's part of their tokenomics there. It's also going to be related to the new token, IMD, which is going to be on Internet Money Wallet. And of course, they are well on their roadmap there. We've done updates on them before, but it's great to see the social media stepping up. Nice one, Internet Money, very, very cool. And we do our best to help them. Now, obviously, they've also got a big deal here in terms of continuing social. So we see they're doing more on Twitter now, doing more on YouTube. They're also doing this big giveaway, which I think is fantastic. giveaway contest. Want to go to PulseCon? You're in luck. The Internet Money team is giving away 1 platinum package. Entering the giveaway is easy. Just retweet, comment, and like this tweet. Now that's pretty easy, isn't it? Just retweet, comment, and like this tweet, and follow us. We will select the winner live on the 7th of December. Sorry, the 12th of. Sorry, I read the other way because down under we read it the other way. 12th of July, I should say, 2022. So that's the package there. 1 ticket to general session for 2 days with $1,825. Platinum seating during the general session. 1 ticket for the expo for 2 days. Food and beverage in the expo. 1 ticket to the nightclub event at Zook, which has got all those cool musicians that we saw. Those, I guess, DJs and stuff. Access to the lounge, 1 swag bag, and 1 standard guest room in the Hilton Tower for 3 nights. Includes resort fees and taxes. Nice. All right. I like that. That is pretty cool. So I'm going to post the link to that as well. And away you go on there. That's pretty awesome for sure. We love these free giveaways. Who doesn't like free stuff? I love free stuff. So cool. Probably if you got in the house there, great show today. I appreciate it. Probably you. Big shout out to you. Fat7 says one of the Hex Token members, Cryptomaniac. Cryptomaniac has been working on the site to track your Richard Hart holdings, store development. Check it out. The Hex trap there. All right, well, we'll check that out too. Let me take a little snapshot on that. I'm going to have to go through all these later today. Bam. All right, nice. Thanks for that, Fat Sammy. And yeah, there's the link to the giveaway for PulseCon 2020. That's pretty awesome. So if you're in the United States, particularly, that'd be easy for you to go to. But if you're overseas, that'd be something you might want to consider too. Hey, Kate Figure in the house with the $9.99 super sticker. Appreciate it. Hello, Hex Token and fellow Xskins. Hey, Kate Figure. Hello to you. Big appreciate it. Lots of hearts out there as well. Have to do the Superman bow down as well. I love to honor those who throw a super sticker at me. So boom, it's stuck on the face. Nice. Appreciate that. So cool giveaway from Internet Money. Keep up the great work, Internet Money. Awesome stuff. Now, what else we got going here? So that is the site. We're going to check that back on that. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to that. Liquid loans. Now, we're still waiting for liquid loan sacrifices. And, of course, we're waiting for the user tester interface. Now, obviously, Pulsechain's not out. So the team can actually take as much time as they want, actually, and they are doing that. But hopefully, at the end of the day, it will be all 100%. All the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted and everything like that, and they'll be happy with it themselves. That they'll be happy. Yeah, they've checked everything out. Now they were having issues. I think that they were trying to obviously honor a lot of the mistakes as well, just like Richard Hart has been trying to do to make sure that people that made mistakes get honored their tokens as well. So that's kind of a cool ethos in the community to honor, people that make mistakes as best as they can, if they can find solutions to do that. So they've been doing that. But an interesting comment here from Just Ask Jesse here about pegged stablecoins, and it's one of my favorite topics because it's so important for DeFi. I've come to the truth that there is no such thing as a peg. In other words, staying to $1. Keeping your token to $1 value. All stables are subject to slippage. The dexes don't discriminate. The only thing that brings a stable up or down to $1's worth of something is the redeemability of it. That redeemability represents the ARB opportunities there. So that was a nice little update there from Just Ask Jesse. It sounds like a song, doesn't it? Just Ask Jesse. Bum, 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 bum. Just Ask Jesse. Bum, bum. Okay, I just made that up. That's terrible. All right, so that's pretty much it. Now, if you haven't joined the Discord, get the links in the video description, but join our Discord. We've got over 500 members, heading up to 550, and we have good community and good information. That's it. That's what you'll find there. But when Pulsechain launches, there will be a few surprises coming the way to Pulsechain, to Discord members. It's going to be a lot of fun, so stay tuned for that. This aged picture of Richard. Pulsechain just launched. Yes, Pulsechain just launched. Oh my gosh, what year is this? Richard's 43 or something like that. So he must, is he like just like 20 years time or something like that? That's hilarious, man. That picture looks so realistic, doesn't it? That's a crazy picture, man. It gets me every time I see that picture there, Fat Sammy. That's pretty funny. All right. More seriousness now. More seriousness. All right, cool. Let us get back to the markets. We're going to close out a few things here first. We've got the Hex Daily stats coming up shortly. So we're going to get through all of that. Let's jump out of these. We're going to come back to Internet Money. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe, hit 100. This is how we help the community and help teams to set up their branding. It's an easy thing to do, right? All we have to do is click, 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 and away we go. So we're going to get out of there. Now, we're going to get into the Hex Daily Stats soon. Still a few minutes away, so we'll wait for that to update there. Day 939 is what we got. Yes, so we're still waiting for that to come up. In the meantime, we're going to jump back to the quad charts if I've lost them. Have I lost the quad charts? Maybe I have. I'm going to jump out of there. I think I have lost the quad charts. Going to have to bring them up now. Let's bring up the quad charts. We haven't talked about those, so let's bring them up. And away we go. Got a couple other comments in there as well. Fat Sammy says, nice dude, says Fat Sammy. Absolutely. Dave Down Under says, Internet Money, just subbed on YouTube and followed on Twitter. Nice one, Dave Down Under. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great way, simple way of helping really awesome teams doing some special things. Now, obviously at the moment, we have the Staker app with Steph's team. We have Richard Hart's wallets coming up. These are going to be quite different in their bot business model. Arguably, Richard Hart's will be about profit sharing, I presume. And of course, you get the token, you get the share of the swapping fees and things like that. Internet Money is kind of similar like that, but they obviously will have probably fee differences. Internet Money has already signaled that they're going to go cross-chain and have different token raises for those. I think that's how they're going to do it. So the signaling that's not confirmed, but this kind of thing. So there's lots of stuff happening in that space. And then, of course, Staker app, the profits go to the team, which is cool. They do a lot of hard work, don't get me wrong. But, of course, that's a different model, right? So it's going to be interesting to see that space. Obviously, Staker app is well advanced. I mean, these guys, they've done a lot of stuff with the version 1, which we use. And, of course, version 2 coming out at some stage as well. So it's going to be an interesting game there because the wallet space is not, a highly competing space at this stage. So seeing those sort of three main players in there is the way I see it. Obviously, Richard Hart is Richard Hart's one, so obviously it's going to have massive attention to that. But it's going to be pretty interesting to see. There's always plenty of room for an oligopoly, as we call it. A couple, 3 or 4 different wallets in there. That excludes, of course, existing stuff like MetaMask wallets and things like that. So it's going to be interesting. So. Yeah, and we see MetaMask recently, going into Geni, going to be doing airdrop to Geni holders with stable coins of all things. Can you believe it? It's US dollars, I think they're doing, and USDC, and of course moving into NFT space, which is kind of interesting as well. Now, when we get into these bear markets, especially after this last one, which was really big, we typically what you do see is you see a lot of consolidation and mergers. These are kind of things that you start to see when we get down to the bear market, where people are trying to secure a good business. They think a good businesses that may be in a bit of distress, or maybe their valuations are really cheap, and this is what we expect to see. And we're actually seeing this stuff in crypto too at the moment. More signals of that sort of stuff. So we saw Binance Smart Chain get into PancakeSwap. BNB get into PancakeSwap there with Binance. So you're starting to see more of these kind of things happening. Mixed Crypto Arts in there. Morning, Superman. Good to see you. Mixed Crypto Arts. Woohoo! And a catchy. Yeah, that's kind of catchy. Just us, Jesse's girl. Yes, Dave Down says, just us, Jesse's girl. That's right. ProTV says, love the Santa image of Richard. Yeah. It's so hardcore. I look at it and it's so real. It looks so real. My goodness, it's so kind of funny. It looks like so realistic, says Pat Sam. It does, man. It does. It's crazy. Sandy Beach says, I subscribe. Nice one, Sandy Beach. Woohoo! And Brennan says, g'day fam. Good to see you, Brennan. And good evening, Brennan says from Cape Ferga. Nice. All right. So we've got Hex at the moment on the hourly 15-minute chart there. It's currently at 3.75 cents. It's just been zigzagging down at the moment. And we'll still see whether our breakout signal will play out in the next day or two. Well, we've still got that EMA. But in any case, we're going to look at Hedron. Hedron at the moment. Woo! This is on the daily chart now, so we've jumped to a daily view of Hedron. We're at 585, which is pretty similar to where we were yesterday. Did try to make a little break over 600. Went to 731 so far as the high today. And of course, it's come back quite a bit there. Tried to make it back up, but no such luck. And sitting at 585 at the moment, but it's still off the bottom quite a bit. So we'll just see where that goes. Not really, we'll just see. we'll see how it gets on. But it's got good news, remember, from the ICOSA product. It's going to have hedron staking, burning, and a few other features there as well for the ICOSA. We've got Maxi at the moment, also zigzagging down as well. It's down at 6.8 cents at the moment, with a low of 6.6 cents. I just realized that I got my, I think I've got my audio on, yeah. I was wondering why he had some feedback in my ear, but that's where it is. I guess it's okay if you're a singer, but, you know, although I did sing a song earlier. I said sing the Just Ask Jesse song. All right, feel free if you're out there in your music to make a song called Just Ask Jesse. I'm sure Just Ask Jesse would find it amusing. Either that or he would get a channel strike on this channel. But anyway, $2.20 on Pulse Dogecoin. Still holding up pretty strong, to be honest. I know it's got a red plane still, but it's still holding up pretty good. I think 175, 180 is kind of its good support level. If it broke under that, then it could really go down quite dramatically. Although that would take a lot of people selling, right? And you know, when I say a lot of people, you know, enough people to get down there. Remember, the launch price is $1, and the lowest price was 73 cents and 73.5 cents on the 4th day. So it's been a long time since it's got back to there. Got to $1.06 back on the 27th of May, and the 14th of June it was at $1.46. So that's kind of the spiky lows there. Obviously, it has small liquidities, it has bigger volatility, and of course, we know Gunther's going hardcore on social media, rallying the troops. And if the whales can keep together, that would be for good reason, because it is counting down. The days are counting down for the launch phase. It's slowly getting closer to the end of the launch phase, and that's when we had a poll a week or so ago, and over 60% of the people said the fireworks would happen after the launch phase ended, and I think that's probably going to end up playing out actually now. So cool. And so we've got we just hit over 5 million. Woohoo! 5 million PLSD tokens. So Pulse Dogecoin, there we are. 5 million, hit 5 million. Over 15,000 people holders as well. So that's another milestone from looks at it. Although I think it might have hit that yesterday, but that's still pretty good. The contract, we're going to check out, see how many people have claimed so far. Remember, you qualify for this if you had Hex T-share stakes or on the 20th of April. So if you had them, then you would qualify in the snapshot. 22,182, which is about 1 in every 4 accounts as claimed for the stakers. And the holders there probably looking pretty similar. 210, 100, 64. Is that different? 64, 54, and 46. So maybe there's a little differences around there. So that actually changed 6 hours ago out. 1,578 went out to Uniswap. So that looks like they sold some there out to Uniswap there. Hex to Hex, is it? Hex PLSD there. So interesting on that one. Let's have a quick look at that Hex there. Did they push some Hex in here 5 hours ago? Yeah, so they pushed, looks like they pushed some, swapped out some of their PLSD into Hex there. So that's an interesting move there. That was from whale number 3, was it? Whale number 3. Make sure that was whale 3. So a bit of movement there, back into Hex. So cool. This one here, 54. I think that's the same. Don't think there's any changes there. No changes there. So only number 3 there. A bit of a move out of Pulse Dodge into Hex. What else there? I think these ones are pretty similar. There's 46. I think that's pretty similar to 15 hours ago. They had some more in. So they've been adding. 15 hours ago, they added 255 there. So a little bit more of an increase there. So interesting stuff there. So cool, as we say. And that is the top 50. So let's have a look at the final thing. We're going to look at how many days it's got to go yet. So let's do that. How many days has it got to go? Let me just jump over in some of these. Take that off there. So remember, there's only 5 million at the moment, but there's about 440,000 for the BA and the OA address. So that's not quite 5.5 million yet. But 30 days to go. Woo-hoo-hoo! Or 1 month, baby. 1 month to go. And so this is going to be fun to see. Watch this. It's going to be really entertaining to see whether the whale syndicate, and remember, they're only as strong as their collusion. And of course, that's the way it goes. And then, of course, one assumes what will a BA and OA address do at the end? Will they just sit on them, both of them? Obviously, the news from Pulse Dogecoin was that they would actually, we never checked that up actually. Let's go to Pulse Dogecoin just to see whether they came out with anything. Pulse Dodge coin. I'm not sure if they did. Remember, they come out with deflation and deflationary tokenomics, and of course staking for Pulse Dodge. So question marks over what that all means. What else there? 15 hours ago, my objective is simple. I build valuable crypto projects to benefit Hexicans for free. What more do you want? More valuable things? Okay, fine. So that's pretty funny. 38 days left to claim. Time is running out. Pulse Dodge there. So that is true. We just saw that. What else in here? I think that's it there. So cool. That is Pulse Dodge. Nice. All right. So I think we've got the Hex data sets out. We're going to jump to it. Day 939. Hot off the press, folks. Woohoo! Hey, we're doing a pretty good time today. Nice to see that. Let us jump over the top here. Going to catch up on some of the comments here. I think we're up to that. Brennan says, "What happened to the late show on Discord Syndicate this week? Did they have the show on? Can't find their stream." I'm not sure, Brennan. I'd have to go check myself. These new features to deflate and stake Hedron, much needed with the vast amount of tokens Hedron will do well in time. I agree with you, Fat Sammy. Brennan, it was on this morning for me. They also have their own channel too, says Sandy Beach. Okay, there's an answer there. Chris is in the house there. I made it. I made it, says Chris. Sandy Beach in there. Nice. Jimmy Light, Hex Token, thank you, sir. Love your show. I appreciate that, Jimmy. That really is very, very kind of you. Brennan says, thanks, Sandy Beach. I think I might have got my days confused. Too much partying, Brennan. Too much partying. Hey, gang. Good to see you, Bob. That's there. Thought I was in Gen Hex stream for a second with all the blue in the chat, says Fat Sammy. Yeah, we've had a lot. That's true, actually, Fat Sammy. You can blame It's Now for that. You can blame It's Now. It's his influence. It's Now's influence. We love It's Now. We love. We're only kidding. We love you, man. That's funny. Bob Wells says, "Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo." Hey, good to see you, Bob. And who else have we got in there? A few comments in there. Let me jump through some of these. Kate Fergus says, "Good evening, Bob Wells and all." Mick says, "Wow, T-share under 1,000. Crazy good price it is. Within 1 year, I bet one T-share will be worth more than one Bitcoin. In 1 year. Well, actually, we'll do some math on that, Murky. That is awesome, Sandy. I think that's it. No wrench. I as a mechanic, says Chris. Chris. Yeah. All right, so let's get into the daily results here. Day 939, hot off the press. This came out probably about 5 minutes ago. Hopefully I won't sneeze at the moment. 28th of June is the snapshot there. And we got 3.7 cents down, 11.9% again, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending if you're buying, right? It's all perspective, which side of the ledger you're on. Down 11.9%, and the Hex payout 6.14. Now, something interesting about these payouts, we haven't seen a lot of emerging end stakes or penalties in play, which has been interesting, hasn't it? That has been very interesting to me. We seem to have settled. People seem to have calmed down with that for the time being. We've been having, pretty much close to the inflation side of returns. A T-share price, $854, obviously super good at the moment. But of course, if you think prices in Hex going to get lower, then that's even better. But this is the interesting thing, 3 dot days in a row of the T-share rate not going up. 22,847 is the current T-share rate. Now remember, if you stake for 10 years, you get this for a third of the price. So a third of the US dollar price, and you need a third of the amount of this T-share amount for one T-share if you do a 10-year stake, because you get a 20% bonus per year in shares for that you stake. And of course, that's over 10 years is the max period, and you get 200% there. And so that is a third of that. So if you want to pick up T-shares for 10 years out, that's a very cheap way of doing it. And of course, you can stat it. Staking ladder. I always am a stake ladder person. I always advocate staking ladders. Some people are maxi people, because the mathematics is superior by a long shot if you stake out long. So I don't, that's one way of getting the max out of the Hex contract. And of course, that is, you can't go back, right? Once you do it, you're stuck there because you got the T-share rate today, and the T-share rate's going up and to the right on the most part, although we have had 3 dot days in the last couple of days, but that's unusual, and away up and to the right. So I like staking ladders because I like passive income. That's what I like to promote, is the passive income side of these. the price cycle is going to go up and down. Sometimes it's going to be long bear, short bear, a big bull, little bull, and that sort of stuff. There's all sorts of different type of shapes of the price actions. But over time, things are looking good, and that's what we cover on this channel. There's a lot of the fundamentals that are coming into play, and that's why we've just gone through a lot of those projects just now, are all part of that fundamentals of Hex. They're all building on top of Hex, taking Hex off the market, and we want to see more and more of these projects. Of course, we've also got others, the Hex Investment Trust, the Heart Wallet coming out with Sacrifice potentially, all those sort of things. So it's very exciting to see that. The average stake length 6.5 years, woohoo, 8 years, woohoo. So the all-time high, I think, is 6.66 at the moment. So we're just under that, but it's doing pretty good. Annual percentage yield rate, inflation or interest and early emergency in-stake penalties, 38.56%. And liquidity in the pool is up from yesterday to 194. So look at that in 4 days. We've gone from 111 up to 194. Talk about volatility and bearish conditions, but that's where we're at the moment. Remember 10 days ago it's 168, and where's the last time? We were up at 225 here, but back on day 925. So talk about volatility, and then we're back up at we're down to 111, now at 194. And obviously there's liquidity adds and removes as well, taken into account, but that's where we are. We're still sitting over 10 million. Whew, whew. I mean, you know me, I love it. I love it when if it's over 10 million. I feel like the psychological happiness about it. If it's under 10 million, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit low, but we're still over 10,000 and still over 1,000 each, so that's positive as well. All right, so we got that happening. We got up 4,500 T-shares. Yesterday was 20,000 after 2 decreases, and of course we're at 10,435,000 T-shares. The mint inflation is still pretty low there for the most part. And what else we got going there? Circulation supply down, staking up. Total amount of coins staked at the moment, 9.45% of all Hex is staked at the moment. And of course, the staking class is getting a reward for that. I think we estimate that the OA has probably about 13% of the staking class there. And penalties there, 318,000, so pretty low, pretty modest. And the last 10 days has been mostly pretty low. We had a couple of good days in the office if you like to get penalties, which I do. But we had a couple of good days there. Cool. As well. So what else we got going on there? Current stakers up 61 to 97,170, and looks like we've got a wallet increase of 87 there, up to 305. So these negative numbers are a little bit interesting. Not sure how they are particularly calculated. Obviously, typically if you had wallets that emptied out their balance, I presume that would be excluded from this calculation. But in any case, we take the numbers for what they are at this stage. So 87 is the increase in wallet holders, so that's good. Nice to see the growth back up there. And of course, the stakers up there, 61. Total holders all time 470,000 now, 175. So that's cool, cool number. So that there is a day 939. We've got day 40 has just started, 28 minutes into that, and of course onwards and upwards. So our base rate without any penalties is 6.123 Hex per T-share at the moment. And of course, T-shares are relatively cheap at the moment compared to what they have been, and particularly during high Hex prices. But as soon as the Hex price, as we say, if it gets a rally on, these T-share prices will go up extremely fast, and that's just the way it goes. So let's say we're going to take Brazilji gave us a number. I think it was 23% in the increase in the T-share rate over the last year, and of course, if we take 22858. And we times that by 1.23, that would give us 28,000 in a year's time. And let's say we multiply that by let's say we get back to all-time Hex price high. Let's say we do in a year, that would be a T-share price of 14,619. So not quite BTC price, but getting close. And of course, maybe BTC in a year's time is below 14,000. Then that would be definitely true. We would definitely hit a BTC. T-share price would be worth a BTC in under that scenario. So it's going to be interesting, folks. That is the way it is. Nice. All right. Let's check in on Internet Money. See how many subscribers we've got them. Did we get them a bit higher? And let's go. 48 to 55. So 7 more subscribers. Woo! We made it. We made a break. We made a chunk there. We certainly helped out. So that was cool on the Internet Money there. Nice. Let's get back into some of the comments. As well. We're going to jump back to the Hex price here. going to close out of that and get back into our Hex prices. Now, we haven't done our BNB, so we're going to get into BNB. $223, down 3% at the moment. Remember that. We're going to get into the BNB prices first, but let's get up to some of the chats as well. Fat Sammy says, no one talking bad about us now. He is always watching, says Fat Sammy. That's funny. I have a dry powder ready, but I really want 2 cents, says Bob Wells. Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. You got your limit orders there, Bob. I bought a little bit today, but holding for maybe a lower price. I bought a little maxi too. I love shopping, says Sandy Beach. You are the ultimate accumulator, Sandy. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to pay off with dividends. Jay Ras and House said, hi all. Thanks, Superman. How do we buy internet money? I can't find it on the exchange. I just looked it up. Okay. So IM is, you're talking about internet money, this one. Now, we'll just get into these markets here. Just let me jump off here. So there are 2 different tokens. There's IM on BNB, and then there's IMD, which is going to be the internet money wallet. And I don't know what if you're talking about the later one. You can't get those. They were done through a sacrifice. They will be launching when Pulsechain launches. They will go live, and it's going to be an intermediary token, I believe, called IMDC. I think it is something like that. MDC, I think that's right. Or no, CIMD. It's going to be. And of course, that's going to be tradable. So you will be able to get access to the internet money wallet that way if you buy it on market, because that's going to be, the coin will be tradable before the wallet comes out. So just take that into account. That's the sacrifice. But the IM token is already on a BNB, but that's a separate project, although they were going to try and benefit that project with the internet money wallet. So there's a mechanism for that. Excuse me, I got hiccups for some reason. Pulse Dodge there at 4/10, so 4/10 of a penny there. Man, that's showing some real weakness there in the Pulse Dodge at the moment. It did have a little bit of a rally earlier. It is on the daily chart, so about a week ago it had a bit of a rally, but it's really showing weakness now at 4/10. And of course, BNB is down 3%, and that's down 15%. So ouchie. That's pretty a lot. So P33 though, what the heck is happening in P33 there? We got a spike in the chart there on the daily. OMG, what happened there? Let's go to the hourly, see if we can flesh that out. Okay, 3 hours ago, some sort of big move there. Presumably it's either a bot or a big trade. So big move there. Went up to 48 cents. Are you kidding me? What was that? So I haven't looked at that. We're not going to go into that detail, but 48 cents it reckons. That's some crazy stuff right there. It's currently at 20 cents there. Say what? Oh man, that's crazy action there for Pulse P33. Of course, we go back to the daily. It had been struggling, down 12, 13 cents. Been sitting around 15 cents for about 4 days. And then we get this action there. That's pretty dramatic for sure. Now, IM, we're talking about IM there. J. Ra was talking about IM. So IM, internet money there, something around 822. It has managed to make, it looks like it's building itself a bit of a foundation, possibly to make another high there, maybe attack that 1,000 mark is the next target. So this seemed to be getting a bit of momentum. And of course, it is currently up just under 1% there at the moment. So that's kind of it there, J. Ra. Just make sure, hopefully I've explained it to you clearly enough. I myself wouldn't be buying internet money on BNB, personally. But once again, it's up to you what you want to do. It could be a good play, who knows? But I've already sacrificed for the internet money wallet, the IMD token. So I'm waiting patiently for that when Pulsechain launches, and then the team delivers the internet money wallet. But then it's you've got to decide, do your investment due diligence, check it all out, and go for it. Now, Kate Figures and Elsie, I haven't bought any maxis. I already have Hex 5555 since 2019, so I don't see the point for me personally, but should be a good thing for others here. I think it's a pretty good project as well, like a leading project actually. Superman, could you cover Hex liquidity increase effects again? Useful to break down for people, says Fat Sammy. Yeah, I might do that in the second live stream, Fat Sammy, since we're getting towards the end here. So I might pull it out for the next one, as well as other stuff that you've put up there, Fat Sammy. So live stream number 2, we'll bring that out. I have 555 stakes too. I want more maxi. I may do their new project, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, the team token. Yeah, just ETH, Sammy's just ETH. Yeah. I bought IM on the Binance Smart Chain. Yeah, that's right. So you can buy IM on the Smart Chain. Make sure you do your investment due diligence. Don't just buy it blindly. Certainly, it's down near the bottom. So I mean, that's in your favor. but then what is the bottom, right? We're still trying to find that generally in the market. Let's pull that back, that chart. That is the chart that you're looking at there. So it's not like it's near the top, but it could go down. The low price here recently has been 468. It's count 822, so it's still good reason to get back down there again. Look at climb back up here and then got back down there, and one day spiked back up. But it does seem to be making a bit of a move up here. Like I say, I think the next target is this 1,000, but it's not inevitable that we'll get there. So yeah, check it out. Get involved in the community. See where there's much vibe going on there. Sandy Beach in the house there, big smiles, and Scooby looks amazing. Sandy, yeah, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo. Yeah. What else have we got? Pulse says we don't want to buy Hex, we want to buy Pulse and PulseX. Get on with it, Richard says Pulse Baby. Yeah, hey, there's going to be a lot of pent up demand by the time it actually launches, isn't there? For Pulsechain and PulseX, that'll be insane. Especially when you got big whales out there like Iraq and Rochelle, bullish on the price as well. Kate Figure says I would like some more Pulse Dodge coin, but to be honest, with my Pulse and PulseX, not sure I need to worry about accumulating more coins at all with my Hex stakes. I think potential moving forward is huge. Yeah, like this on this channel, we're a maxi heart channel, so Lies Beneath always comes in with the ultimate strategy with Hex, PLSX, and Pulse. I also think incentive tokens going to do very well with the yield farmers chasing it down and speculating on it too. This is going to be deflationary, so I also think it's going to do pretty well as well. So I think that's kind of the majority. You do that, you hold your big X's if you hold long enough. All the other projects, there's some great ones. I cover them, but they're sort of a percentage of the portfolio, a small percentage. If you think of it like that, that's the way I look at it. But once again, it's up to you what your investment strategy is. It's just my opinion on this channel. Remember, Intent Money will copy over to Pulsechain, the true, so you'll have 2 copies of IM, that's true too. And it will be linked into the IMD wallet there somehow. I just forgotten to straight up the hat there. The way I see it is my bag fun while I hold it. Yeah. What else we got there? Constantine's in house. Hi, would you burn Maxi to mint team? Why? Says Constantine. Would you burn Maxi to mint team? Well, you'd have to be confident that the team token's going to have more product income flowing into it, is the way I look at it, Constantine. Where can you buy Maxi and Pulse Dodge? Cheers, says Mark Hayes. Pulse Dodge Maxi. So you can buy on these links here. So I'll give you the links, but you can buy them via Dex Screener with the Dex Screener tool there. I don't know if that's going to hold up, is it? So you can find them on Dex Screener. Let me just get Dex Screener here. You can search Dex Screener and get the token pair that you want for Pulse Dodge or any of those, and you can just use MetaMask or do limit orders as well. Do limit orders. Now we have on here, we have useful links here on Discord. If you haven't join up. But we have financial links here to the markets. So we've got all that here. So we've got the market contracts for Hex, for example. We've also got Matcher as well. If you want to do limit orders, you can find the appropriate pairings there. But as I've just posted you, the Dex Screener there too, if you want to use that. Nice. How are we doing for time? 1:08. We're going to wrap it up shortly. If you need more help, jump into Discord. Absolutely, yeah. Mark, if you want some help around that, we'll give you specific trade pairings. Jump into Discord. That is definitely true. So definitely do that, Mark. Vets in Crypto, bang, bang. Hey, good to see you, Vets in Crypto. Scooby is 15 today. Scooby-Doo is 15. That's so cool, Sandy Beach. Scooby-Doo. All right. Vets and Crypto says we'll all be happy when the free copy occurs. Until then, stay frosty, my fellow Hexkins. Everything will be okay. Stay positive. Absolutely. Mark has got the thumbs up there. Nice. And Bob Wells with the emojis looking good. And let's wrap up. We're almost an hour and 10. Let's play our funky music on the way. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I certainly enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun today, and we had a lot of good information updates. That's what I always like as well. So cool. Let's play out our funky music. Pulse, what's that? Power City teaser, core teaser. Let's go. We party on this channel all the time. Love that picture. Let's go again. Good luck. bumping. Jump into Discord constant time. All right, take care. See you in live stream number 2 later on today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, all that good stuff. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye for now.